What is this old leather harness found in the garage attic space of an old home we purchased? It's dated 1945, and I'm thinking it may be military, as I found this old shell casing next to it as well. Have any of you seen such a thing? It's a World War II military leather double-buckle boot gaiter. Soldiers were originally issued low ankle-high service shoes. To prevent mud, rocks, and debris from getting inside, and to give added ankle support, they wore canvas or leather gaiters over the tops. By the mid-war period, around 1943, the US Army replaced the separate shoe and gaiter combo with an integrated combat boot known as the double-buckle boot or two-buckle combat boot. Does anyone know what is this heavy cast iron switch and gauge was used for? I came across this industrial strength cast iron gauge or switch with a Cutler hammer logo. The item is about the size of an old street parking meter and weighs over 10 pounds with a glass red lens. Any idea what it was likely used for? It's an antique Cutler hammer rheostat, used for motor speed control. These were manufactured by the Cutler Hammer Company from the late 19th century into the early 20th century. Given the switches, including heat, it may have been used to drive a hot air blower for a machine. A wiper arm moves along the coil, changing the length of the resistive path. By changing the resistance, the amount of current flowing through the circuit can be increased or decreased. I found this weird old electrical thing in my grandma's old bedroom. Any idea what it is? My mom remembered that grandma had some kind of ailment, and a friend brought this for her from Austria. It's got to be about 50 years old, I think. Any idea what it is? It's a 1970s face tanner, a compact portable device designed for personal use. The device has a central high-intensity bulb, often a UV lamp, and two surrounding fluorescent-style tubes, all housed within a reflective casing to direct the light. What is this thing I found in Ohio? The one on the left looks like a tank body with its turret, but I'm not sure what the thing on the right is. It looks like the front casing of a steam locomotive. Does anyone know what this thing actually is? It's a lost GM Futureliner, styled in the 1940s by Harley Earl for General Motors, and integral to the company's Parade of Progress, a North American traveling exhibition promoting future cars and technologies. Imagine it's the 1940s, America's booming, cars are getting flashier, and General Motors decides that regular advertisements just won't cut it. So what do? They roll out the GM Futureliner, a 15 metric ton rolling spaceship on wheels. This thing looked like it escaped from a science fiction comic, ready to beam up curious bystanders and give them a peek at the future. And if you're wondering how much one of these chrome behemoths would set you back today, Futureliner number 11 sold for a jaw-dropping 4 million United States dollars, about 3.7 million euros, at a Barrett-Jackson auction in 2015. Each Futureliner was a rolling science fair exhibit. They covered everything from jet engine technology to microwave ovens. Imagine pulling up to a small town in the 1950s and giving people their first glimpse of television. Out of the original 12 Futureliners, 9 are still kicking around today. And if you're itching to see one in person, Futureliner number 10 is on display at the National Automotive and Truck Museum in Auburn, Indiana, while a few others are cruising around Germany. Here's a fun fact. The Parade of Progress was basically a traveling technology show, with 50 college graduates driving these mammoth machines from city to city, and they had 32 support vehicles alongside the 12 Futureliners. What is this hinge thing found in an old barn? It's pretty solid and heavy, about the size of my hand and made of metal. It must be pretty old, I'd imagine, and I have no clue how to go about finding out what it is. Can anyone shed some light? It's a 1930s flat belt lacing clipper for old lineshaft powered tools and machinery. It was patented on December 18, 1934 by James K. Diamond for the Clipper Belt Lacer Company of Grand Rapids, Michigan. You put the metal lacing in the lacing machine and insert a little rod that fits into a hole in the bottom, catching all those hooks. Pull out the piece of paper, then put the belt in the middle of the hooks and squeeze them together. Pull the pin out, then you have the lacing on one side. Make a matching set of lacing on the other side, then put the belt together using a pin, and now you have a splide belt. Who can help with identification? I found this in New Jersey, USA. It is made of stone, around 3 inches tall, 2 inches wide at its widest point, and I have 3 pieces of that. Does anyone know what this is, or what it was used for? It's a late 19th century earthenware crucible, designed to withstand very high temperatures, used for melting or assaying metals like gold, silver, or copper. Here's one from the Science Museum Group, which says it's from 1781 to 1900. Here's another one found in Klondike, Canada in the 1890s. And these ones are also believed to be from the Klondike Gold Rush in the late 19th century. I need help identifying what this tool is and what it is for. Found in the state of Indiana in the US. It's about 18 to 20 inches long, with a big knife blade, and I cannot find any markings on it. Does anyone know the correct name for this, and why are the handles going in different directions? It's an early 20th century courier's knife, used in the production of leather to scrape and soften the rough hides after the tanner has treated them. The T-handle gives you leverage to adjust the angle of the knife as you scrape. What is this spoon that I've had for about 40 years here in the UK? Around 11 centimeters long, and the bowl is inscribed AC 1902E with a Roman number 7 and a bowl to the tapering stem. Can anyone tell me anything about this item? It's a Cymric silver commemorative spoon, designed to commemorate the coronation of King Edward VII in 1902. Cymric is a brand name used by the Liberty & Company Limited of London, and were designed by Archibald Knox. They are very desirable. What is this weird thing found in my grandfather's belongings from World War II? My family has been going through the letters my grandmother and grandfather sent each other during World War II, along with the stuff he brought back from Europe with him when the war was over. Along with all of the other stuff, there's this thing that has us absolutely mystified. The acorn-looking bit of it is fairly heavy, and the strap is about the length of a regular necklace. It doesn't seem to open, or if it does, we haven't figured out how to open it. In case it helps, he served in the Army Corps of Engineers, and his path took him through England, France, Austria, and Germany. Does anyone know anything about it? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.